Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. First of all, got to big up everybody who was at the carnival yesterday. I was at the carnival, met loads and loads and loads of Arsenal fans down there. Jorginho was actually at the carnival. He was spotted by some eagle-eyed Arsenal fans as well. He was down there enjoying the music as well. But listen, it was a great day. And literally every Arsenal fan I came across were asking me the same question. 4 days to go at the transfer window. Robbie, what's happening? Who's coming in? I was like, I wish I knew, right? Arsenal are keeping it really secret at the moment. Any targets they're looking at. But everybody was asking. Another question that everybody, I'd say everybody I came across asked was, what's happening with Gabriel? Robbie, what's going on with Gabriel? Why ain't he playing? You know, is he going? Is he staying? This one is still rumbling on. And I think until the transfer window closes, we're still going to get asked about this, the Gabriel situation, because he hasn't started in any of the games so far for Arsenal. That seed of doubt is definitely still there. Although journalists like Fabrizio Romano repeating again yesterday that from what he's heard, Gabriel is not for sale. Gabriel, you know, Arsenal not contemplating selling Gabriel, but there is a bit of uncertainty. You know, Gabriel himself might be feeling, well, you know, how much am I going to figure in this new Arsenal setup? Will I get regular game time? And as I said on yesterday's show, he's just broken into the Brazilian national team. He doesn't want to be not playing for Arsenal when that's happened. And then there's there's also the fact that one of the teams that are chasing him, Saudi Arabian team, I think El Ittihad are one of those, have got unlimited money. What if they came in with a ridiculous offer before the end of the transfer window? They came in and said, I don't know, 90 million, 100 million for Gabriel. Then what happens to Arsenal? What would their resolve be like if a big offer like that came in for Gabriel? For me, it should still not be any sale because he's such an important player in my books. But what would happen if a whopping offer like that came in for Gabriel before the end of the transfer window? It's going to be very, very interesting to see. I really hope that we hold on to him. If we don't hold on to him, there's a report saying that Arsenal are preparing for this, in that if Gabriel did go, they'd move for Mark Guéhi of Crystal Palace. Now, Guéhi has been linked with Arsenal before. You know, he had an excellent season last year. He's broken into the England national setup. He's a very, very strong and a very, very good, defender in the Premier League. Not really a left-sided defender, to be honest. He's more of a right-sided defender. That's more where he plays. He's right-footed. But Arsenal said to be looking at Guéhi as a possible replacement if anything was to happen with Gabriel. Now, problem with that is that when you look at the price, Crystal Palace, there's rumours they'd want 60 million pounds for Mark Guéhi. So that means unless it was a king's ransom for Gabriel, it just wouldn't make sense letting him go anyway, because Palace are going to know, all right, Arsenal, all right, he's moving to Saudi Arabia. This is a scenario, by the way. It's not definite, right? So, you know, they got a load of money. You want Guéhi this close to the end of the transfer window, 60 million. That is the problem that Arsenal have. But apparently they are looking at Guéhi as a possibility, as a replacement, if at all anything was to happen with the Gabriel situation. Let's hope nothing does happen with that. And getting back in the team for the game against Man United on Sunday. That's what all the fans were saying yesterday. The other one is Emile Smith-Rowe. I sort of spoke a little bit about it yesterday, that some clubs are interested in him. Chelsea are one of those clubs that are very, very interested. They've made an inquiry to Arsenal, excuse me, about the availability of Emile Smith-Rowe. And that is according to the Daily Mail. They're saying that Chelsea have made an inquiry. Previously, in previous seasons, we know that Aston Villa tried to buy Emile Smith-Rowe, putting an offer of around about £35 million. He's valued at around about that. although Arsenal surely would want more for him. Smith-Rowe, as I said on yesterday's show, hasn't figured yet this season. I think he just had a few minutes off the bench, but he hasn't started a game for Arsenal. And, you know, he looks ready to go. In pre-season, he looked pretty sharp when he came on. Again, didn't start any games, but he looked sharp when he came on. And remember, he was in the England under-21 setup, which won the Euros, and he was an integral part of that. Scored a couple of goals, assists, played really, really well. Looked back to his best. When he was being interviewed, he was like, listen, I just can't wait to get going this season at Arsenal and playing. But at the moment, he's not playing. Now, the thing is about it for me, it's a long season. It's a big squad, what Arsenal require for this season. You know, there's Champions League football, so surely he'll get loads of game time. But these rumours are persisting. There even have been some publications today saying that, you know, Arsenal have basically been putting it out there to various clubs that Smith-Rowe is available if you want to sign him. Now, again, I hope that this is not true, especially the Chelsea one. I mean, if we sold Emile Smith-Rowe to Chelsea, I can tell you this right now, fans are not going to be happy. So that would be a huge gap. I think even just letting him go is a gamble, because he is the sort of player that if he did go somewhere, he's going to do well. He's a good player, this guy. Let's not forget how good he was before he picked up these big injuries. And as I said, look back to him, back to himself in those under-21s. The funny thing about the Chelsea connection is that he was once at Chelsea. He was there in their development squad. They didn't keep him on. They let him go. And then Arsenal swooped and signed him straight away and got him to Arsenal. And he was been there ever since and come through the ranks. So, you know, he's a Croydon boy. So, I mean, no, I don't want to see Emile Smith-Rowe leaving the club. And I'll certainly don't want to see him going to Chelsea. It's amazing, isn't it, right, that 3 of the most popular players in Arsenal's team, Emile Smith-Rowe, links away to the club, links to Chelsea. Gabriel, who a lot of fans were saying possible captain material for Arsenal, being linked with moves away from Arsenal. Kieran Tierney, gone to Real Sociedad on loan. Dangerous game, really, to play. And I know this is not a popularity contest, but for the manager, then you bring in, say, a Kai Havertz from, you know, Chelsea, who's not really hit the ground running, wasn't really a popular signing amongst the fans. And you make Emile Smith-Rowe go, and Tierney and Gabriel. These are, you know, they haven't gone, all 3 of them haven't gone yet. But let's just say that wouldn't be popular at all. Now, listen, I know that football, as I said, is not a popularity contest. And I know for managers, they have to be ruthless sometimes in their decisions. They have to be single-minded. And we have to trust their decisions sometimes. But we have to trust, like, despite what we're all thinking, even on the Havertz one, let's remember when Ben White came in, there was a lot of us thinking, well, why are we spending £50 million on Ben White? What an incredible signing he's turned out to be. The same with Aaron Ramsdale. When we bought in Aaron Ramsdale, there was a lot of us saying, well, Bernd Leno's a good keeper. Why do we need to bring in Ramsdale for? We've seen how well he's done. And there's been various other signings like that. So we've got to be patient with the signings, and we've got to trust the manager and Edu and those guys and what they're doing. But for me, Emile Smith-Rowe moving would not be popular with the fans. Ansu Fati is back on the radar now. There's a lot of rumours saying that if Arsenal did let Emile Smith-Rowe go, they'd move for Ansu Fati from Barcelona and try and bring him into the club. Once again, Barcelona have said he's not for sale. He came on as a substitute in their game the other night against Villarreal. Xavi has already said he doesn't want to sell him. But if a big offer came in, that could change their mind. Financial situation's not great at Barcelona. So again, one to watch. Just keep Smith-Rowe. Let's keep Smith-Rowe in my books. Nuno Taveres, he was, you know, speaking about it yesterday, saying how he's been linked with Aston Villa. Previous to that, he was being linked with Nottingham Forest. Those links back on again today, and apparently that moved back on, according to the Daily Mail. Again, they're saying that Forest, desperate for a left back after Renan Lodi signed for Marseille, who ironically, that's who Nuno Taveres was playing for last season. Did all right, scored 6 goals for them whilst at Marseille, but they didn't keep him. But now Nottingham Forest said to be back interested in Nuno Taveres, and they could sign him before Friday's deadline day. So one to keep an eye on. Balogun, following Balogun, the saga comes to an official end today, set to be unveiled as a Monaco player. He's having his medicals today. And Arsenal will get around about 40 million euros for him. They've also inserted a sell-on clause into the contract. I'm not sure how much that sell-on clause is, but hopefully a big one, because he is the sort of player that you can see moving on if he does really well at Monaco. But good luck to Fuller and Balogun. Good move for him. Did well on loan, has earned his move. And a good bit of business, I guess, by Arsenal for a player that, you know, came through the ranks. They managed to re-sign him when, you know, it looked like he could leave for free. And now they've made themselves 40 million euros plus a sell-on clause where they'll get additional money in the future. And finally, Nicolas Pepe, still no suitors for him at the moment. Will he move before deadline day, or will he be kept in the team as a backup to Saka? What do you guys think? Keep him or sell him? Because, again, I was debating this one yesterday at the Carnival with a few people, and they were saying, you know, I have to say, most of them were saying, let's just keep him, get him back into the team. He's a good backup to Saka. There's a guy saying to me yesterday, listen, who would you rather have, Pepe or Anthony at Arsenal? You know, so he was saying he's much better. So would love to hear from you guys in the comments on that. Pepe, or do we just get rid of him and try and bring in somebody else? Listen, lots of rumors, lots of things happening. I think get a feeling it's going to be a busy week coming up until the transfer window closes on Friday at 11 p.m. We're going to be all over it on deadline day. We're all over it every day. Anything that happens, any bits of breaking news, we will let you know. So keep the notifications on your phone. Subscribe to the channel and you won't miss a thing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.